Hey, church. Welcome to this Midweek Devotional. Uh, I just wanted to share something with you guys, really short, but just wanted to kick it off by sharing a scripture. So it comes from Matthew 11, and it's verses 28 to 30, and this is what it says. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And I love that passage of scripture. It's powerful for many ways, but I think today I've been reflecting on it, and I took a walk through the park earlier with God and was just reflecting on this passage and reflecting on this kind of thought. And I realized that sometimes when it says, if we come to Him and lay down our burdens, we'll find rest. And too often we forget that part of laying down our burdens means surrendering our burdens to Him. We have to come to Him and surrender the things that we're holding on to. Surrender to whatever we're desiring, or whatever justice we're seeking, or whatever it is, surrendering anything that's causing us to carry a load or carry a burden, and surrender it to Christ. Lay it at His feet and give it to Him. And that's a really hard thing to do. We like to think that that's really easy as Christians, to lay down that kind of stuff at the foot of the cross. But it does take work, and it takes effort, and it might be a process. It might be something that takes time. But I think the scripture makes it clear that if we're able to lay down our burdens and surrender them to Christ at the foot of the cross, that God gives us an easy yoke to carry. Because then we're not trying to fix everything or do everything. We're laying it down at His feet and giving it to Him, and He's carrying it for us. So I don't know where you're at this week or how your week's looking. I hope you're having a blessed week, but I just really want to encourage you with this idea of what it really means to come to Christ and find rest. Because too often we forget about surrendering things to Him. And I know today I was reflecting on my own journey and walk with Christ and realizing that there's lots of things I haven't surrendered to Him. There's lots of things I'm still trying to plan, 15 moves ahead on certain things, when really I just need to surrender things to Him and lay them at His feet and do what He's calling me to do in the present, because that's an easier yoke to carry. All these extra elements and responsibilities and different things, they're not mine to carry on my own. They're mine to surrender to Christ, to lay down at His feet and do what I'm called to do in the here and now. And I guess I just want to encourage you this week to take some time to see what burdens you're still carrying, what burdens you need to lay down at the foot of the cross. And then to kind of sit with Christ with what it means to find rest in Him. What does that look like? Are you taking that time to spend with God? Are you taking that time to do stuff that feeds your soul? It could be reading scripture. It could be praying. It could be going for walks in the park and being a part of God's creation. I don't know what it is for you. But are you taking those moments of rest to walk with Him and to surrender things to Him at the foot of the cross? Because if we do that, His yoke is easy. The times that we're trying to carry all the burdens and all the weight and all the pressure and all the things of life on our own shoulders, it gets too heavy. But it's bound to happen at different moments. We're bound to carry that weight and pressure because we're human. But we need to make sure we're having those moments to rest in God so we're able to surrender things. And we might have to surrender things over and over and over and over again. But it's all part of the journey. And the better we get at surrendering things to God, the more that we find rest in Him, and the more that we discover His yoke is easy. And I just want to encourage you with that this week. And I just really pray that you're having a blessed week, and may God's grace and peace be with you. Thank you so much.